You can start now.
Hey everybody, welcome to the very next episode of the Bashcast. I'm Hunter.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Quaid.
And it's probably going to be a shorter episode today because we've had a lot of information. We're all kind of short on time. We're all really busy. So the first thing I want to talk about is a new movie that's coming out this week. It's by Lonely Island, and it's a pop star. I think the legend continues. Is that
No,
the
it's Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stop. Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Never stop, never stopping. Thank you, Quaid. He got
Okay.
it.
Never stop, never stopping.
Try and say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, I thought it was Never Stop, like popping, but no, they had to go with Never Stop,
Never
Stopping.
stop, never popping.
For some reason, I always thought, never stop, believe.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
It's gotten some pretty good reviews. Pretty,
Yeah.
I think it's 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
77.
77? Okay, 70. I knew it was in the 70s. So 77 Rotten Tomatoes, pretty good. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be very good, but this has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Also, we haven't seen the movie yet, so but so far it seems like the public opinion is thinking, "Hey, this isn't as bad as maybe we thought it was."
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of Andy Samberg. He's the main character in this, and the thing is that I think he's a funny guy. He can act really well when he wants to. But his movies haven't been amazing. I liked Hot Rod, but it wasn't anything substantially amazing.
And Akiva, actually, The Lonely Island directed that movie.
Yeah, he's directing this one too, I believe, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
Akiva and Yorma, who also, for those of you who don't know, also directed Gruber.
Oh yeah.
For any of those who remember that movie.
Yeah. I remember that in this movie, Akiva is his. I'm pretty sure he makes the lyrics for him, and he has like a beard. He's like in a. It looks like he's like out in a cottage in the middle of the woods. He's like this beard. And he's like shaving wood and stuff. Yeah.
Birdhouse. Or something.
But.
And then Yorma, I believe, is his DJ.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there was an episode of The Voice where they sang one of his songs from the movie in it, and he was DJing it. So I'm assuming he's that in the movie. But no, I'm a fan. I like Andy Samberg. He's pretty funny. His movies haven't been great, but I'm really glad to see that they finally found they have a good movie that they can present to people.
This could be the start of something that's a really good trend for the
Well,
Lonely
I'm
Island.
saying maybe Lonely Island couldn't have their own filmography that is substantial. I mean, we think of a lot of comedic directors today like Judd Apatow, Edgar Wright, and just so many great comedic directors. It'd be great if The Lonely Island, if this movie turns out to be a success, and if they keep up the content, then it'd make for a great series of films, great filmography.
Andy Samberg, Lonely Island, they really kind of started the shorts on SNL, like the things that aren't live, the things that they pre-recorded.
Digital shorts.
Yeah, just the digital shorts. Thank you. Really, the Lonely Island started that with their music, and I thought that was really cool. And I think Roosterteeth sat down with the Lonely Island on their podcast, and they did a little interview. And they said they really got their start on YouTube, I think. They did mostly because they were putting their stuff on SNL somewhat, but all of their things, everything combined that they had, they put the original TV pilot that they had at one point on YouTube. They put every single music video they made on YouTube, and just together, all of that grew so popular, and then it caused people to move on to their other, people watched SNL because they love their shorts so much, stuff like that. And so YouTube was a huge part. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of even from their first album, those songs have over I think a couple of them have over 100 million views on them. They're so popular.
And at the time, I think when Lazy Sunday came out, that was like the highest viewed video on YouTube for the time being.
Yeah, that was from their first album too, I think. Or around then.
What was their first album? Was that
their first album was Superbad, yeah, and then
they did
Turtleneck and Chain. Then didn't they have one more after that?
I'm not sure, but I know that for this movie, Pop Star, they have done some original songs. Like they premiered one of their Bin Laden songs on SNL.
They also did Humble.
Humble.
Yeah, I'm So Humble. That was Adam Levine was also he was a backup. I guess he was one of the.
Oh, was that?
They also did
was that-
YOLO with Adam Levine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You only live once.
Yeah, YOLO. So
So I think they're good friends, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because Adam Levine was on The Voice and they were such good friends, Andy Samberg came onto The Voice, acting like Connor for real, his name in the movie, and they actually did the whole song and everything, and Adam Levine helped out with it.
That's
It was
awesome.
pretty awesome.
that's cool.
But,
Yeah, but no, I've been looking at this list, and it's kind of impressive of all the musicians and other SNL alum people that they've got here.
they got Michael Bublé at one point, right?
Seal's in it.
Questlove, Hank, Seal, Carrie Underwood,
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg.
yeah. That's
It's
a pretty
crazy,
good.
all the people they've got.
That's
here.
a pretty
That
big that's a
Akon.
pretty big name.
And as
cast.
far as SNL people go, they've gotten like Maya Rudolph, Will Forte, MacGruber himself,
Yeah,
Bill Hader.
yeah.
They've just gotten some amazing people for this. Kind of really brought all their powers together to make this one film, and I think it's going to pay off. Hopefully.
Hot Rod. I thought it was hilarious, but for a lot of people, it was pretty hit and miss. It was like you either really liked Hot Rod or you really didn't
Yeah,
like it.
I liked it, but as far as films go, you can tell that it wasn't, a great movie. But it was entertaining and it was fun, so it was harmless, really.
And I would love to see this start a trend for Long Island, where they start making like more really funny movies. Because I'm a fan of the Long Island. I
Yeah,
think
same.
they're funny.
Right.
I like their music. I always have. It's funny. So
I'll say it's funny, and some of the music is actually pretty catchy. It's got some good hooks to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is.
musically, it's like, hey, this isn't bad.
yeah. So I want to go see it. I think it looks funny. The trailers I've seen of it makes it look funny. Where Seal gets eaten by a wolf. That's pretty funny for me.
Yeah. They actually showed the full scene of that, and it was hilarious. It was like his proposal, and it's like there's press everywhere, and there's like celebratory wolves. They just let him free on accident. That's hilarious. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think I'll try to go see it.
I think I'm going to try to go see it. I think it looks really funny.
I'd say I think I'm also going to go try and see it. So our opinion is pretty unanimous here. that we
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
this-
Thumbs up for me. I think it was good. Thumbs up.
I'm gonna say thumbs up. I mean, obviously, I think that some people aren't gonna like it. Some people are gonna like it, but I say give it a go.
I'd say if you're a Lonely Island fan, then I think that you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Based off of what we've seen, and I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. So next up is kind of a little funny story I came across. And first of all, Justin Timberlake is not doing a very good job on internet security, because there was a report that came out that said that Myspace is now the largest website to get breached ever. And the total...
Wait, did you say Justin Timberlake?
Isn't he the owner of Myspace?
What?
Well, yeah. Wait. I think he does own it now.
I'm pretty sure...
For some reason, I
he
thought
owns
you were
MySpace.
talking about Facebook because I think MySpace just
I'll
got
tell you,
so
for
canceled
some
out of my
reason,
mind.
I
don't know
kept
about
thinking
Facebook.
the Social Network.
Oh, yeah.
And Justin Timberlake played the guy who invented Napster. But anyway, go on.
Okay, now you have me second guessing myself. But so basically, a report came out showing that 360 million identities have been sold online from MySpace,
Oh my gosh.
and Tumblr also just got breached
Really?
recently, but it wasn't as big as MySpace.
Oh, well, I think MySpace has things you can buy, right? You can purchase things on MySpace, but you can't
Yeah.
really on Tumblr.
Yeah. Well, the Tumblr one, I think it was just some sort of data or something like that. I don't
Okay.
think it was a very major breach.
Okay.
But MySpace is pretty big because that was people's identities that from 2009 with all that crazy emo stuff on pages and
I had one of those.
I never got MySpace.
I never did
honestly.
either.
I had a
I
MySpace.
mean, I finally gave in to social media and got a Facebook, but other than that, that's really about it.
I like MySpace because it was like your own little website, and you just put your own little background. You could put music on there.
I
and
thought
you
that
have
was cool.
fun.
I did think that was really
pretty.
cool.
That was pretty fun. That was what I thought was the most fun part about it.
Our producer.
breaking the camera.
Things are falling apart here, guys.
Well, guys, this has been our podcast. Thank you so much for watching. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so how do you think that this is going to create people's opinion? What I'm trying to say is,
Yeah, how is this going to affect people's opinion on
Yeah.
Facebook, on MySpace?
on MySpace and
I don't know. I
social
think it's
media,
been. I
social
think
media,
it's. I
and-
think
People already had like a very low opinion of MySpace. People,
Yeah.
nobody really gets on MySpace. I'm surprised they had 350 million identities to give out.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, before
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and all that took over, people are like, let's go to my MySpace.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like identities that people have just left on MySpace and then just went to Facebook. They never deleted the accounts. And I don't know, there may be a country where MySpace, I think I read a report one time where there's a country out there that MySpace is still bigger than Facebook.
Right.
But
do you remember what continent?
it was a long time ago, but I think it might have been Asia, somewhere in Asia.
Somewhere in Asia, maybe
But,
Korea, South Korea or something.
Yeah. I don't know. MySpace has never never been very appealing to me.
It was already probably going to fail eventually, and I think it's still failing because now it's just about music. You just get music from there, I'm pretty sure.
And there's like Bandcamp and SoundCloud for that now too.
Yeah, and Pandora.
Yeah, and Pandora. So MySpace is probably a dying breed of social media.
Sorry, JT.
Sorry, JT. Yeah.
I'd say if JT is the owner.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I think
he bought
he
it.
is.
I'd say if he is, that's interesting because I never knew that. Because I was like, wow, that's amazing. He's more than music. I mean, I know he's an accomplished actor and everything.
Yeah.
But also a business entrepreneur or something like that. It's just that's just interesting.
Yeah.
It also raises some question though because, man, this is happening a lot lately. Where there's a lot of online breaches. I think there was one of Facebook a while back. I could be wrong.
I heard some reports. I don't know how true it was. How some people were saying like they were hacking into people's accounts and like sending them friend requests to people. Because I remember I got a friend request from one of my friends, and I won't mention this person, but they sent me a friend request again, and I looked at him and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm friends with you already. So I checked and I look and I'm like, huh. Yeah, so I deleted that friend request. So I don't know, but I haven't talked to that person. I don't know if they really created a new account or what was going on exactly, but it does raise questions.
I've had that stuff happen to me where you follow a random person or you friended with a random person you've never even met before or you remember never accepting an invite, which, people could always be doing that. I feel like that's pretty harmless. That's just friend somebody, but, there could be more happening in the background. Who knows?
And I know hackers are getting more inventive with how they're breaching sites and stuff.
Well, no, there's a hacking group that's specifically going out to websites like Twitter, Facebook, and they will hack specific people or just the website in general. But then they won't release any information that they hacked. They're not doing this out of, they don't have bad intentions. What they're actually doing is they're alerting these companies about how, weaknesses in their security, and they're just saying, hey, we were able to go in and we were able to grab hundreds of thousands of user data and stuff like that, and this prompts all these websites to, publicly apologize, fix these issues, and I think it's a good thing that they're doing that, but
More white hat than black hat hackers.
yeah, but I doubt that happened to MySpace.
Yeah.
I think it was some bad stuff that happened.
Well, I wasn't one of the 360 million because
I'd say I definitely know.
I was
I
possibly.
didn't have a MySpace.
You were possible.
Well, I think my MySpace got deleted once they moved things over. They got rid of everything.
Okay.
So
You were one of the lucky.
I think MySpace tried to do an overhaul to try to make it look cool and more appealing than Facebook. And I think it was more focused on music. That was the whole thing by it. But then Spotify came along and Pandora came along and
yeah,
who
no
cares
hope
about
for
MySpace
MySpace.
anymore?
It just happens.
Yeah.
Social media sites come and go. I mean, some people who thought Facebook was going to be the hottest thing around for years to come, now some people say it's like a day of the dinosaurs or something like that. And people use Snapchat and Instagram more.
Honestly, I think Reddit's more popular than MySpace. And
Yeah,
maybe
it
even,
is.
I don't know if it's more popular than Facebook, but Reddit's
It's not more popular than Facebook, but it's
growing.
It's very large.
Yeah, Reddit's a very large community.
It's kind of it's like YouTube's large, obviously. So it's kind of along the lines of that, where it's not, you don't have every age going into there, but as far as, you get younger crowd in there, a ton of people are going to Reddit and YouTube and stuff like that. Facebook just has everybody, 80-year-old people who have never used a computer before, they even have Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say my grandma has a Facebook account.
Yeah, mine too. And
She always comments on stuff I post.
yeah.
But it's good, it's good stuff. Just saying.
Oh man. All right. Well, hopefully they'll work on their security because that's pretty ridiculous. All right. Next up is a little weird news story. Stop it, JT. It's pretty funny that I found. So there was a news reporter that came out recently. Quite, you probably heard about this, where he said that there is a independent. Well, okay. First of all, I need to give probably a disclaimer. The Bashcast is not very political. We don't get very political ever.
We're not very political. We are not condoning views or saying like this person is better, this person is better. We're just delivering you weird news and just kind of
funny stories that we found. And if you can vote for who you want to vote. You can believe what you want to believe. We're not going to judge. This is a very independent podcast.
This Bashcast was sponsored by D's Nuts for 2016.
Oh my god.
So there was a news reporter recently that came out and said there's going to be an independent candidate for the election. This could be is a very well-known politician, is going to be a rock star independent runner for this election. And Guillermo Del Toro came out. Thank you.
Guillermo Del Toro.
I'm going to refer to him as Del Toro because I have a very hard time saying his first name. Too many L's. So,
Gorilla?
Del Toro came out and said...
Gorilla?
Gorilla Del Toro. So Del Toro came out and said that, well, since you don't know who this independent candidate is, I think it's going to be Cthulhu. I think Cthulhu is going to be the independent candidate that we all have wanted and needed.
Naturally.
So he started a hashtag on Twitter that says Cthulhu for president, and the election motto is why pick the lesser of two evils. And it's growing. It's very, very big right now. If you look on Twitter, it's huge. It's all over Twitter, and I think it's hilarious.
All right.
A lot of people are saying they're going to write in Cthulhu at the election.
That would be interesting to see what would happen if it's like, all right, we now bring you a president of the United States, Cthulhu.
Just a picture.
Yeah. They just drop a squid on the floor. You get him, Cthulhu.
It's like I wonder how many. I've always wondered this because I hear it all the time. How many votes does Mickey Mouse get every year at the election? Because everyone says like, oh, I wrote in Mickey Mouse.
Oh, right, yeah. They'll, like, write someone else in. It does raise an interesting question. But also, I kind of want to point out, for those of you who do not know who Guillermo Del Toro is, he is the director of the Hellboy movies, Pacific Rim, along with some wonderful fantasy films such as Pan's Labyrinth. So I wanted to get a plug in there for Guillermo there.
Yeah, he's a good director. Go watch that.
Yeah.
He totally seems like the guy to do this, though.
But yeah, that's just it. If you know Guillermo, he's a very funny guy. He has a funny sense of humor, and this is the kind of stuff that really draws his attention. Like the strange and fantastic and all that stuff. Because I've seen pictures of him in the past where he's like dressed up. He's like my neighbor Del Toro.
Oh yeah.
So he's dressed up like a Totoro.
Yeah.
I know. I was reading about this. He had a very close. Well, he was really good friends with the little girl the little girl from Pacific Rim.
I remember that.
The little Japanese girl who played.
Who's holding the red shoe.
Yeah, I forget what was the girl.
What was the character's name?
What was the character's?
Mickey.
I don't know.
What was it? I can't remember.
Could have been something like Nico.
I forget her name, but she played the younger version of that character. And her and Del Toro were like really close friends, and she couldn't say his name, so I think she called him like Gigi-san or Gigi something. Something close to that. And there's a gif out there of him like patting her on the head or something like that. It was adorable,
awesome.
but it was a really heartwarming story about how they were really close friends. And I just really commend Del Toro for being such a cool guy. He's such like a big, lovable guy.
Yeah.
He's fun.
He's like a fantasy Hitchcock or something.
Yeah.
He's just this big guy who has a funny sense of humor. He's very dedicated to his work.
Yeah.
He seems to have such a warm heart. At the same time. It's just very interesting.
Yeah, he has an amazing imagination, by the way. For all the movies that he makes.
That's right. For those of you who don't know, he's actually a very accomplished artist. Like something that he does is like he carries around these notebooks with him. They're like a Leatherbound. He bought them from a notebook shop in Italy, I believe. And what he does is like he'll write down ideas and drawings that he's made. And I've seen some of these drawings, and you can find some of these drawings for sale. And they're actually very intricate and beautiful.
Oh, he probably makes really good storyboards then for his films. Yeah.
I'd say.
I want to see the storyboard for like Pan's Labyrinth or like Crimson Peak, because that'd be neat.
He does do that on his Twitter so once in a while.
Really?
Yes, he does that. So if you see him on Twitter, then you can definitely find some of his stuff. And he has books published for like even some unrealized projects he's done in the past.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
This
go.
just popped in my head. Do you think that Pan's Labyrinth will ever be part of the Criterion Collection?
Random question for those of you who don't know. I'd say this kind of ties into the movie thing with the weird news, but basically what happened, but for those of you who don't know, the Criterion Collection is a movie collection that is dedicated to like independent classic films. And to answer your question, do I think it'll join the collection? I've looked that up before, and Del Toro says there's hope. So there is hope. And basically, for those of you who don't know, what's so special about this label? Well, the label is very prestigious in the sense that back in the days of Laserdisc, they did not do audio commentaries or anything like that at all. No bonus features or nothing. You just had this set VHS. Laserdisc introduced bonus features and commentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And made it the norm for a lot of home video releases. And they also add a lot of restoration work into the sound and the imagery to make it look a lot better. So it's just basically your movies on steroids, your favorite movies on steroids, and a lot of films that you wouldn't really think to look for. There's a lot of great undiscovered films.
I've uncovered a lot of really good movies through the Criterion Collection. I'm talking like Diabolique.
Diabolique, the French film.
Yes, French film.
That for those of you who don't know, Hitchcock actually wanted to make, but he couldn't get it, so he made Psycho instead.
Yeah, and I'm talking like Eyes Without a Face.
Eyes Without a Face.
Which is an amazing horror movie.
It's kind of influence on Halloween, actually, on the Michael Myers character.
Yeah, and then we got Doctor Strangelove just got added, which is amazing.
Strangelove is Matt, and you know we're Oscar Isaac fans, so Inside Llewyn Davis is in the collection. And for those of you who don't know, since we're talking about Guillermo Del Toro, he actually does an interview with the directors of Inside Llewyn Davis, the Coenbergs, but Del Toro already has a couple of films on there, his Spanish films, Kronos and Devil's Backbone.
And there's a couple of Cronenbergs in there too. I believe Scanners is in. I think
Scanners is in there.
And then so is The Brood is in there.
The Brood from Cronenberg.
I don't think The Fly is in.
Fly is not in
I don't
there.
think so.
I don't know if it's ever going to.
I think he has one more in there. I could be wrong though.
Videodrome.
Videodrome, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one I own that. What am I thinking? but
anyway,
it's good.
So
and is the sale this month? The sale for
next month actually. It's the
next month. Okay, so Criterion sale next month. It's some good stuff. That's where I'm going.
That's right. You might check it out in Barnes and Noble, but they also have them for sale on Amazon and their website and all this stuff. And wow, I never realized
there was
that we were talking about Criterion.
There was a very odd French movie, animated French movie, just got added. Was it French?
Yes, fantastic.
Is it like it was like Fantastic Planet?
Oh man.
If you watch the music video for Daft Punk it's a Daft Punk music video where like it's all like anime, it's like blue people. Have you ever seen that?
You mean
Eiffel 65?
One more time, yeah, for one more time.
Eiffel 65?
What?
Eiffel 65?
No, Daft Punk. I mean, there is some blue people in Eiffel 65,
okay.
but we're talking like the Daft Punk.
One more time, yeah.
It's all blue people animated. Fantastic Planet is like that on steroids. It's. I want to watch it because it looks interesting.
I'm probably gonna pick it up, but it looks nuts. But anyway, so back to Cthulhu.
There's a little fun Criterion tangent for you because Criterion's awesome. You guys should go check it out.
For those of you who are movie buffs and just like are kind of looking for something that's a little different than. That's also kind of goes into the movie recommendation thing where I have reviewed movies in the past, and it's like, well, check this out because you know.
Oh, and actually, back to Criterion just one more time. One of my favorite movies right now, Lady Snowblood, is on Criterion.
Both volumes.
Amazing. It's what inspired Kill Bill.
So,
if that says anything, Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a big Kill Bill fan.
And if you did Quentin Tarantino's work, then you can find a lot of stuff that has influenced him. That's how I first found out about it because you see like Lady Snowblood, which of course is in there, which was a huge influence on Kill Bill. So.
And you also have Hidden Fortress, which was a big influence on Star Wars.
Of course.
So there's a lot of the Kurosawa stuff on there. There's like every director you can think of is on there, and it's
almost
awesome.
every director.
Almost every director.
from around the world. Some have been left out, but with enough time.
They'll get in there sooner or later. There's still hope for Old Boy. So
Park Chan-wook.
Yeah.
Not the Spike Lee old boy.
yeah, not
So,
the Spike Lee Old Boy. We
yeah,
don't talk about the Spike Lee Old Boy.
I'm sorry, but
So
anyway, on that tangent, Cthulhu for president.
yeah, so I thought
Yeah.
that was a funny story, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it's
a funny
funny.
story.
I'm a big Lovecraft fan, so
Yeah. So,
next story is our last story because we all need to get out of here because we're all pretty busy. So
I'll say we're sorry, but we're sorry. Hey, what can you do?
yeah, but don't think that we're just doing this because like secondhand, like we're not just like
I'm
this
not
is
saying we
whatever.
enjoy
we
doing
love
this.
doing this podcast.
We really do, and we love it when people watch it. But it's just we got our things that we
yeah,
have to get
yeah,
to.
we have other things in our life that we have to get to today. So sorry about that. You always can go rewatch our other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, please do. Share it with your friends.
this is a music festival that Jeff has so kindly uncovered.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go ahead and talk about it?
Yeah, basically what I found out is like, here at the Bash, we play all sorts of rock music, from folk rock to metal. So I figured that I was going through my Facebook account the other day, and I was looking on the news feed, and I found this really interesting music festival in Louisville, Kentucky, which is apparently, according to this, the third annual Destination Festival celebrating the world's top bourbon, music, and gourmet man food is set for October 1st and 2nd at Champions Park in Louisville, Kentucky, featuring two titans of rock, Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold, along with Disturbed, Korn, Slayer, The Cult, Ghost, and many more. So it's a very impressive music festival.
Those are some big names in metal.
I'd say there's some very big names, and you also mentioned some of these other bands that we've looked at. Also, we've looked at Anthrax is supposed to be in there, Cheap Trick,
Sick Puppies,
Alter Bridge, Skillet,
Slayer.
Crowbot, just all sorts of bands.
Oh, we already mentioned Slayer.
Yeah. Way to be redundant,
Wow.
but anyway. But
Didn't
no, it's just a
mention
lot
Fred
of
Durst.
it's a lot of different metal bands. So I think that for it being so close to us, I figured like, hey, that's kind of neat actually. So
Wait, where's this at in Kentucky?
Louisville,
Okay.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Cool.
And it'll be October 1st and the 2nd at Champions Park. So once again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go, or any of us will be able to go, but I'm just saying, I'm putting this out there because if you're a metalhead or know someone who is a metalhead and loves music festivals, I think that this may be of interest to you. So I definitely would say check it out. The tickets are on sale now at, according to this, www.louderthanlifefestival.com, with limited quantities available at early bird discounted prices. The prices will increase in the coming weeks, so if buy early,
Yeah,
just say.
get 'em early.
Mhm.
Okay.
So this is cool.
Awesome.
This sounds very interesting.
Not saying there are also VIP passes where there's like areas for dining, seating, video screens featuring live feed from the main stages, gourmet food and drinks, dedicated restrooms.
And I mean,
Yes.
and I heard I heard you say Cheap Trick too, right?
Yes.
I mean,
cheap-
so it's not even just going to be metal. There's going to be some other stuff in
Like
there
rock
too.
too. And Adelita's Way is going too, so they're more rock than metal. So I mean, not just metal, you got some sweet
Yeah.
rock in there too.
So if you're kind of like on the verge, if you're in the middle between rock and metal, I think you should check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because, Cheap Trick is definitely great, but also at the same time, you got the classic metal bands like Slayer and Korn, if you consider them classics so far,
Yeah.
and along with the new guys like Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot. So it's definitely an exciting deal, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for sharing. That's some cool stuff. And I also got one more music thing to say. The new Red Hot Chili Peppers album comes out in 4 days.
Oh man, you're right. it
So,
does.
yeah.
And
so get ready
So
for
it comes out in
that. June 7th.
Oh, as this is being filmed, that's 4 days.
Comes out Tuesday. It comes out June 7th, 4 days from when this is being filmed.
You're gonna be
sweet.
sending people the wrong message when you're gonna be
It'll
telling
be
them,
out.
hey,
Whatever.
it's only 4 days from now, guys.
It'll
Go
pro-
check it
well,
out. You're
basically
gonna be there a
what
day
we're
late.
saying is that if you're watching this like a week from now when this was filmed, we're telling you, hey, look out for some new Chili Peppers music.
There's some good music coming out. So get ready.
And that album is Dark Necessities?
Yep.
Dark Necessities. Very nice.
Their hit new song, Snow. Gotta check it out, guys.
No. We got a newer song.
It's brand new.
I know. And by the way, Dark Necessities is getting a lot of play on 89.1 right now, and it's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So expect some more Chili Peppers on 89.1 coming out.
Definitely.
So I'm excited for that. Is there anything else coming out that you guys are excited about?
I can't really think of anything right now. Can you, Quinn?
No, I can't.
Alrighty, so
Was that about it?
I guess that's really
Yeah.
about it.
All right. Well, sorry it's a short episode. We all have to get out of here. So
But we do love doing this. We really do.
yeah, we really do love doing this. It's all for you guys, and you guys make all this happen. So thank you guys so much for always watching. And well, until next week, I'm Hunter,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Quaid.
and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Bashcast. Thanks for watching.